Hey, welcome back to Ozarks Live, one of my favorite segments. It's Joy's Book Club time, and this is Charity from over at the Schweitzer Brentwood branch. Isn't it nice to be outside the gazebo?
It feels wonderful out here. There's a breeze. This is great.
Ah, I could sit out here with you all day.
Yes.
This is awesome.
All we
right.
need is some sweet tea.
We need some sweets. That would make it perfect. I could sit out here all night with that. But we have some great reads to tell you about. Now, Charity decided we've had way too much drama, so we need some escape. We need something to take our mind off all the craziness. Yes. All right, so I'm going to put this script down, and I'm going to pick this book up. Book number 1, The House in the Cerulean Sea.
So this is a fabulous book. I've been recommending it to everyone. It is a whimsical, hilarious fantasy set in a world where there are magical beings and creatures, like dragons and fairies and creatures that they don't even have names for. And it's all about the social worker who goes to check on an orphanage that houses these kids. And he's very by the book, very straight and narrow, and they are just over the top with hilarious. And so as those two kind of different personalities butt up against each other, it's just crazy. And so he comes to really care for these kids and fights for them. But it is so funny, the situations that they get him into and that he tries to get them out of. And
really, now is this for all readers, or is this one of the young reader type of books?
This is actually adult fiction.
It is,
and so I would recommend it for even if you're not a fan of fantasy. I'm not either. But it's so whimsical. It's so different.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah, it is just, I laughed pretty much all the way through one whole chapter. I mean, but all the way through that book.
Well, there's nothing better than a book that you can't wait to pick up again, and especially one that makes you laugh a little bit, you know, makes you get your mind off things.
Absolutely.
All right, next one is an Agatha Christie. Interesting. And Then There Were None. All right, an Agatha Christie.
An Agatha Christie. I had never read Agatha Christie, but this one, it's not too long, so it's one that you could probably read in a day if you wanted to. Set in the late 1930s in England. 10 strangers are invited to stay at an island estate off the coast of England. They don't know each other. The only thing they have in common is the host. And so the first night there, they are trying to figure out what they have in common and why they've all been invited. And then one by one, something happens to each of them. And so it's a little bit like Clue. Everyone is a suspect. Everyone has means and opportunity. And the person that you think did it is not who it is. And so there's a lot of suspense involved as the whodunit changes. And you find out at the very end. It was so fascinating reading this really fast-paced mystery. If you're an audiobook fan, I would do the audio, which the library has. The audio is a full radio cast drama.
Oh, my.
So with music and sound effects and a full cast of characters.
Okay, so it's not just a person reading to you.
No, it's not just a person reading to you. It's
drama.
like, it's like a TV show that you've walked out of the room, but you can hear what's going on.
Oh,
it was fascinating.
Awesome.
The library also has the BBC did a mini series of it, which the library has.
Okay.
So read the book. And then watch that miniseries, because that was good too.
Now I'm hooked. I gotta read this one too. You brought some dandies. Now this next one I'm really interested in.
Oh my gosh.
I think this is about me. It's called The Little Old Lady Who Broke All the Rules. Doesn't that sound just like me? So what did this woman do?
Okay, this book, it's set in Sweden, and it's about a group of elderly friends who live in a nursing home, and they are cutting funds at that nursing home, and they decide they are going to pull off the heist of the century so they can get thrown in jail, where they'll get 3 meals a day, and they'll get to go outside. And so it's hilarious because nobody suspects that these old folks are pulling off these crimes, and so they actually are able to get away with a lot of things. And that is what's so funny about this.
This sounds, and it's set in Sweden.
It is set in Sweden, but it's really relatable. I mean, you know.
Oh, I'm sure. Oh,
yeah.
That,
I mean, it's great.
That sounds like way too much fun. It's
a madcap adventure.
Way too much fun. All right, if people want to know more, they want to put a book on hold, where do they go?
Well, you can visit the library's website at thelibrary.org, and you can put these books on hold. You can call any of your local libraries and speak to a librarian. Stop in and visit us. We'll be happy to help find these books.
It's the best deal in town. Just put it on hold and go pick it up and read it and enjoy it. Charity, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
I want all 3 of these. All right, Ozarks Live. I'll be right back. Stay with us.